welcome, you're on my channel. This is so weird.
How long has it been?
It's been like 5 years.
Yeah.
No, I actually feel weird. Oh gosh, here we go. Okay, so hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm joined by Josh. People were also wondering if we're still friends.
Of course.
Like they thought we have been
behind the camera.
besties since the days you saw him, since Freshers Week at university. We've just been joined to the hip. I just don't film much when I'm with you, that's it. So then people think that they don't see someone, then they're not there. But he's here.
I'm here.
I thought while I've got him, why not we sit down and talk about our favourite books, because we're really into reading these days. And here are the 5 books that made us fall in love. Woo! Love from different perspectives. So obviously it's my best friend. I'm not in love with him. We're talking about love in love life, like love. Well, how could you say this? I can't stop smiling, Josh.
Yeah, like love in the platonic sense, non-platonic sense, like because love isn't just for a romantic partner, it's for the people that you care about, the people around you, your friends.
That's really deep. Well, I'm going to talk about it from a love perspective.
I'm going to go platonic.
There are my 2 books. You've left yours, haven't you?
I left mine. Should I go get them?
Quick break, quick interlude. What's the elevator music? Here's back. Okay. So here are my 3. This book made me fall in love with love. This book made me fall in love with love. And the good thing here is Josh hasn't read these 3 books, so I'm kind of like you as well as I'm telling you guys. But this is called Love in Colour by Bolu Babalola. I always get the B's mixed up. Bolu Babalola. And she is an amazing author, and this is obviously fiction based on myth. It's based on Greek mythology, Egyptian mythology, different types of ancient mythology, and it brings it into like a modern sense. It's really interesting how she does this. And in each chapter, sad ending. I've put my notes.
Let's
So in the book, each chapter is like a different story. Totally different story. They're not connected at all. So you're just getting a series of short stories throughout the book, and each chapter focuses on a different time, a different version of mythology. So we've got like a chapter where it's 2 women who are in love. There's a chapter where it's 2 different races who are in love and like are fighting like what they're not supposed to be doing. It's just different like types of very diverse and inclusive love, which I really loved about the book.
What did you learn?
I learned so much. I learned that love is something to fight for. So there's a lot of like battle or like almost poisoning someone or almost killing someone, but they do it in the name of love, and they're willing to risk their lives. They're willing to die for it. And some of the characters, they're just so good. And there's one that I really liked. I've forgotten their name, but she's kind of like a princess, and she's married to this king, and she really doesn't want to be married to him, and she falls in love with like this hunter guy who she's not supposed to fall in love with, but she still sees him behind the husband's back, the king's back, risking their lives. And they almost get caught, and I was really nervous, like, but they don't, and they fall happily ever after in love. That's a spoiler.
Okay.
That's what you call spoilers. Essentially, overall, to wrap it up, I'd say this book, if you're a hopeless romantic like I am, if you love seeing happy endings, this is a book for it, because it's full of happy endings. Full of them. And every time I'm like, oh man, this is not going to end well, she brings it back, and it's love. It's all about love in colour. I really enjoyed it. I read it in like a day or 2 days. Yeah. No. I didn't go outside. That day, I was literally like this. I could not go outside. There's also a lot of like female power in this. There's a lot of women who are the ones in charge, or they're running stuff, and it's all like kind of mythology reversed on its head.
I'm not really a fiction man, but I do like mythology.
This.
So
yeah, mythical tales from around the world retold.
So I'm more non-fiction.
Here comes Mr. Logical.
I'm more non-fiction. No, I think I'm just like, I'm in a phase of like, I want to learn things.
Yeah.
And you can learn from fiction, but like non-fiction is like explicitly about learning. So this is Things I Wish I Knew Earlier by Tony Tone. And this is Lessons on Love.
Love that.
Things that I've learned from it, and honestly, things I did wish I knew earlier, and it's lessons that I've sort of learned but he had to learn through actual hard grafting and going through it.
Yeah, I love that book.
So yeah, like one of the things she talks about is, you know, don't go to where you're made to feel inadequate. Go to where you are made to feel adored. And yeah, like recently, this is like hits home quite personally for me because recently I lost my dad, and it made me kind of reassess the fact that, you know, love can be very fleeting. It can be taken away at any time. So where am I going to invest my love? Where am I going to invest my time if it is temporary? So then it made me kind of reassess, am I in relationships, am I with people that make me feel secure, comfortable, loved? Or am I kind of chasing the dragon, or chasing like, chasing something that, some ideal version of the relationship that hasn't manifested yet? So I've sort of started, you know, reassessing and investing time in people that actually make me feel completely loved and good. And hello. Yeah, so that's kind of one of the lessons. I think one of the things that made me really assess was like whether I'm crazy or not, because sometimes you'll feel insecure in like a relationship, even if it's been going on for years, and then you think, is it me? Like, am I just socially anxious? But then I had to, with some relationships, I had to realize that actually, no, I'm not mad.
You make it that
this
way.
person just isn't actually giving everything that I need, so let me just like take a step back and let it find a new natural rhythm.
Woo.
That's it. Equilibrium. That's
Equilibrium. Oh my god, he loves this word. He's been saying this word to me all week and I'm getting so stressed out. Equilibrium. Okay, so this book, basically it's a story about two people, one called Emma, one called Dexter, and this book is based on a date in July. I think it's the 15th of July, and every year they talk about the same day every single year of their lives. So every chapter is 15th of July 1998, 1999, go all the way up until a good 25 years pass by. I learned that love is something worth fighting for, because they were like passing ships. They kept missing each other, and when she was ready for him, he was like dating someone else. They just kept passing each other, and then they finally were like, no, let's give this a try. After like 10 or 12 years, gave it a try. Most beautiful thing. It was so worth the wait. The ending will shock you. I'm not going to talk about the ending because I got so angry. I was so angry. It was literally picture perfect up until here, and I was like, why is there more pages? Never trust when a book has more pages when they've just had a happy ending. Ends horribly, but still makes me
just let them discover.
It's a book about love. It's just two high school students who then go all the way up until they're like 35. 20 years, two people, one day. Guys,
On my list.
Okay, what's your next book?
My next book is Attached.
I love this book as well.
It is by some people.
Yeah, there's a lot of authors on that book. They're scientists.
I think it's interesting because this is basically kind of a scientific approach to attachment and relationships and all that. And I think that it really it kind of explained stages that I'd recognized that I'd gone through in my own life. Like, it describes 3 different relationship types, or like people within a relationship. And there's kind of the anxious person who's kind of worried about like their security within a relationship. Are they loved? Then there's the independent type, and that person is more kind of avoidant and kind of, I want to live my own life, I value that above all else. And then there's the secure type, which is like the people who kind of balance the two. They're living their own life, but they also spend time attached to others, but they're also, it's kind of like, let me live my life, but you can live your life, and we can live life together when it works. I think that it's just great to understand your attachment style, and there's quizzes in there and stuff, so when you take it, you then learn how to combat that. And that's what I really liked about that book, is the fact that it teaches you, okay, normally this is how your attachment style will react, but actually try this new approach because it's just healthier, sustainable, and it lowers your anxiety. I'm more secure.
Yeah, it's
because
secure.
Because it's easier, because I kind of know where I stand in that relationship.
Yeah. The good thing is the book will teach you what you are and what what to do and how to react. This is not even my book recommendation.
Teaches you how to value yourself. I recommend. I think it's really, because I think it's when you are able to recognize the type of person that another person is, then you can adjust to who they are and what they need. So like if you recognize someone that is an anxious type person, then perhaps you can make a more effort as if you're an independent type to then meet them halfway, and then you've got like again an equilibrium that works, because like you're both feeding off each other, you both recognize what the other needs. So like the independent person maybe needs space, so the anxious one can give them space. Anxious one needs a little love sometimes, so maybe once a week, you know, how was your day?
Twice.
You know, twice, 3 times, once an hour.
No, I like that. Oh, that was a good recommendation. People to go and like, you know. My last one is my favorite book in the whole wide world. The Girl with the Loudest Voice by Abby Dare. Is that right? Yes, Abby Dare. And I love this book. Like, it made me cry, it made me laugh, it made me angry. I wanted to throw it across the room. It gave me all of the emotions, and it did make me feel like I wanted to fall in love with love. This was more loving education and loving being a good person. Like the woman in this, there's a young girl and she just wants to go to school, but she's not allowed, and she encounters all these barriers. And it's based in Nigeria, and the girl like can't read and write, but she really wants to, and she has to face so much abuse. She faces so much trauma and turmoil just to get to learn. And she encounters this horrible woman who, I mean, I don't know if it's a spoiler, but treats her horribly. And honestly, I was getting so angry because this book is based on real life, but told from like a fictional point of view, and it just made me sad, because I'm like, so many girls around the world actually go through this, and it's just been put in a book. Made me so sad, but it made me also love education, love what I do even more, made me want to go harder for the fight, and just made me love being a good person, because some of the people in this book are so evil and twisted. I hated it. So I loved it because it made me want to love people even more. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, this book, a story of courage that will win over your heart.
You can love people, you can love things, you can love
education,
love.
You can learn it from a scientific point of view, like everything. So can I have the other 2 books?
Yes,
if we can put them right here. Thank you guys so much for listening to our first book video. If you guys liked it and you feel like it learned something, or you want us to do more, just comment. We're testing it out. You know,
tell us about the format, like what works, what doesn't. What do you want to see? Like, what do you want to see? If I'm going to be here, what do you want to see?
Yeah, Josh and I really want to do more together. You know what I want to see? What my ultimate dream is?
Go on.
I would love us to have a podcast together.
The podcast has been on my list for a while.
I think we would do such a great job, but you know, I don't know.
Comment
down below. What would we call it?
Yeah, what would we call it?
Yeah.
What would we do?
Yeah.
Yeah, just like the whole, basically do what work for us.
Can you do the whole plan? What schedules, who to talk to? But no, this is, do you know what? This should, for those who've made it to the end of the video, this is our secret. This is our goal. Okay, no one will know it, but this is our goal.
Yeah.
Dream goal.
Podcast.
Yeah.
And tell us what to do, because we're not sure.
Well,
we like
that's
talking.
it.
We like talking.
We love talking to each other.
We do.
As well.
That's it.
Okay, well, guys, we're off because we don't want to make this too long. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.
I've been Vee, he's been Josh. Bye.
Bye.